ما أريد من هذا الشعب إلا أن يزيد في الحمد والشكر إلى الله عز وجل، ويزيد من محبة الوطن، ويزيد من العمل ومضاعفة العمل لما يسعى فيه من خير له وللدولة والأهل. هذا اللي أنا أدوره من الشعب، وربنا إن شاء الله يوفقنا جميعا على ما يحب ويرضى.
No doubt about, we will not be here. We have chosen UAE as our regional headquarters, and Dubai from there.
So I would, like to thank from the bottom of my heart all the people involved in running the UAE, starting from the very top, the Sheikh, the ministers, everyone, and closer to us, the IP department, the ministers of the economic department.
Dear audience, welcome to Pearls of Union. In this program, we shed light on inspiring figures who have turned the challenges into opportunities and dreams into achievements. Our inspiring guests are the shining pearls whose journeys reflect determination, vision, and success. And today we meet another remarkable personality whose story will inspire us all. So please join me in welcoming Mr. Muhammad Farrukh Irfan Khan, the chairman of United Trademark and Patent Services. Welcome, Mr., and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much. I'm really honored and pleased to be present in this program and to talk to you. And thank you once again for being here.
So let's start our episode by getting to know you more. How would you describe yourself to the audience, and how would you describe the journey that brought you here?
The most important thing is to be focused, to work hard, and to be always patient about what you do. And obviously hard work is very essential in any legal services. And as I specialize in intellectual property law, this law has come up in this region in the last 15-20 years, but obviously it is a very old law in the West, and taking the cue from there, and because of my education, I always thought that this will be a very good region where I could practice this law, and I would help the local business and the industry and the government to come in, to be along with the other nations of the world.
Well, every successful leader faces many challenges. So what were the main obstacles you have faced during your career, and who have supported you to overcome those challenges?
I joined my father's practice. So he was already a leading practitioner, my home country, Pakistan. So I asked him, how can I add, if I'm joining you in this intellectual property practice? And he said, go look out at the world, what you can do. So then I went out to Far East. I went to Singapore, Hong Kong, and saw what was the legal situation there. And I came first time to UAE in 1984 to see what was the legal scenario. But obviously it was coming of age. And then I went to Saudi Arabia, and saw what was the situation over there. Things were quite difficult at that time. But I had this vision of expanding our firm, so I kept on working, to get the information, to keep on talking with the government and with the various departments. And then finally, first time I opened up in United Arab Emirates in 1988. So I'm here since 1988 on a regular basis.
So your father was your biggest supporter.
So he is the founder of the firm, and obviously I am a beneficiary of of my father's hard work and the plant that he had sowed. So I was there to harvest the fruit out of it, you see. But obviously, as all plants require, they require nourishment, they require nurturing. Everything needs a constant follow-up, and I'm very fortunate that my children and my brothers are also in the practice. They joined me to support me, and by the support that I got from my family members, we have made it into a regional firm.
And how has your role in international arbitration influenced your approach to IP protection and enforcement?
In the beginning, it was very difficult, you see, because Dubai and UAE was a trading hub. So there was no law in 1988 in Dubai and in Abu Dhabi, in the Federation of United Arab Emirates. There was only a law in the state of Ras Al Khaimah, the Emirate of Ras Al Khaimah, for trademark registration. So we used to really struggle, you see, but talk with the seniors in the ministries and talking with the Chamber of Commerce's. Fortunately, UAE is a very progressive country. The leadership here is the most progressive that I have seen all over the world. And I've traveled all over the world. I've worked in many countries. So I found that the leadership of UAE, and in particular of Dubai, is very progressive. And they introduced a law in 1992 for trademarks. And that was a very good beginning. And obviously, when I was working in the United Arab Emirates in the late 80s and early 90s, people did not know where Dubai was or where United Arab Emirates was. One used to make a lot of effort to inform them that, yeah, this is a trading hub, it's going to become a blossoming city. There will be a progression in business and the policies are very positive. But the West and the developed, so-called developed countries did not understand. So there was a struggle, but fortunately, after 2000, the efforts of the government, there are so many factors. You see, there is a benevolent leadership, a very dedicated and honest leadership. There is a lot of stress on high quality, high class infrastructure. Then the coming of the existence of Emirates Airlines, then Al Ittihad Airlines. All these factors, made it a world player. So this now, in the last 20 years, it's a journey which is moving very fast. You see, I can't, and my firm can't keep pace of the development that is happening over here, which is the most fantastic that I have seen over the world.
So, sir, you have already talked a little bit about the beginning of your company. So, what sets your company apart from other firms which are operating in the same field?
You see, we are servicing our clients, and we have what we call pay full attention to their work. Loyalty. We have one principle over here, that we will only represent the genuine and the bona fide trademark owners. This market is ripe with counterfeits, with copycats of well-known products, which are, the people want the genuine products. So many companies falter. They take both the counterfeiters and the real owners. But in the very beginning, we made a principled stance. We took a stance that we will never represent a counterfeit company, that is, who copies. If you buy a perfume and you're paying good money, you can't get a number 2 copy or a number 3 copy, which might hurt your skin. If you as a lady, you use lipstick or some makeup or some shampoo, you don't want to damage your hair, you see. So we as a company has this principle that we will always represent the bona fide owners of the brands, of the trademarks, and that is something which has helped us tremendously. And obviously our hiring, we hire the best talent in the market, people who have studied abroad, people who have a very vast experience in IP work, working all over the world. So we try to bring them and be be our partners and our colleagues, and in this way we are able to service the clients in the best possible manner.
And how does the firm manage intellectual property portfolios across more than 189 jurisdictions with varying legal frameworks?
This is our profession, this is our business. And intellectual property is an all-encompassing term. Intellectual property includes the trademarks, the copyrights, patents, which are the inventions, and the trademark and the designs. So we have different divisions. So we have a trademarks division which looks after the trademarks of the people, of our clients, and we are very seriously checking the markets. We are checking the journals. There is what we call the watch service, where we look at the trademarks which are being registered in the UAE, and if anything conflicts with our clients, we inform them. And the government has provided both administrative and there are legal remedies globally all over the world, and according to the laws of each country. But here then we have patents, which are the inventions. So if you make a new medicine, only you have the right to use it for 20 years. And nobody else can. Otherwise, your hard work in research and spending the money on developing that product or the drug will go to waste if somebody copies that. So there are legal remedies available in the law how to stop them. Similarly, if you wear a design, like for example, the handbag that you carry, is designed by Louis Vuitton or by Michael Kors. So they have a special design. They have worked hard to do this. And if I or anybody else was to copy it, it's very simple to copy. So if they have registered that design in the UAE, nobody else can copy that. Similarly, for many designs for jewelry, you understand jewelry because you're a female, and your jewelry from Foncliffe, Arpels, or from any, even Joy Alucas, local companies, they have a specific design and people buy them because of their design. So if somebody copies them, they are hurting their business.
Yeah, so this is how you protect your clients. So how does the firm help clients effectively protect and enforce their rights globally?
Actual intellectual property is going towards another direction. Now we are talking of AI, the Dubai government artificial intelligence. It's being used now. Artificial intelligence is being used to create, new designs, new intellectual property matters. So the debate is whether it is protectable or not, because it is being created by a machine. So this is the debate at the moment. But intellectual property is a universal subject, and it will go, it will improve, and it will remain there because it has been there since the time in the British created the guilds. The guilds were special associations where they give protection by the Queen's Charter or the King's Charter to protect the hard work of the artisans. You see, in Islam there is also a very important tenet of Quran that you will not copy or you will not cheat anybody. So these are the very basic factors on the basis of which IP is created. So it will remain there, and as long as the hard work of an artisan, hard work of an inventor, hard work of an entrepreneur is protected, the economies will grow, the business will grow. Intellectual property is there as a tool to help you grow your business, to grow your company, to grow your economy.
Well, sir, how do you see the future of intellectual property protection in the Middle East and Africa?
I think this is one of the best professions. You have to study as a lawyer, and you work hard as a lawyer. Then you specialize in intellectual property law, and then you join a good firm, because it's very important to have the training. If you don't have the right training, you will take 20 years to learn the hard way. You see, the problem in our culture, in our societies, in the Middle East and in Africa and Asia is that everybody wants to become the boss after day 2, you see. So we don't, in your field, in the field of, television, you have to work hard, you have to, so IP, you have to learn the profession, you have to have a master, you have to train at some good firm, and then you are able to have a very successful career. But I think this is a very good profession for both males and females. And in particular, it's being taken over by the females because it is to do with aesthetics, and it has to do with the, with the designs and with the, with some quality things, which of course women are much better than men.
As we come to the end of our episode, I would like to invite you to share a message of appreciation and gratitude to the UAE and its rulers.
No doubt about, we will not be here. We have chosen UAE as our regional headquarters, and Dubai from there. So we are managing almost 20 offices from here because of the ease of doing business. Dubai is number 1 country, UAE is number 1 country in providing the facilities, the atmosphere, the security, the reliability of the laws. So all these things matter in any investment, in any business that has to grow. So I think this is right now, while there is turmoil in other countries, while there is a security issue in other countries, even in developed countries, in developed cities, Alhamdulillah, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Sharjah, Al Ain, all these cities are very peaceful. They protect you. The law is such that if you are on the right side of the law, you will never face any problem. So this is the environment, and this is a heartfelt thanks to the leadership, to the people who are working with the leadership, who are the managers of the various departments, who are the ministers, who are the secretaries of the various economic department, education department, cultural department, and scientific department. Also, one thing I must mention is that Dubai and UAE has a futuristic view. For example, many countries of the world are not thinking of space, but Dubai has a very advanced program for capturing and advancing in the space. Dubai has a very big program, UAE has a very big program for enabling startups. You see, there is a strong culture for promoting inventions. So we are working with many universities where we train the students, we work with them how to monetize, how to develop, how to market their inventions and innovations on the basis of which they can launch themselves as entrepreneurs, as businessmen. And all this is provided by our host country, UAE, and we are very grateful for that.
Thank you so much, Mr. Muhammad, for being a part of our program and for sharing your success story. It was my pleasure talking with you today. Wish you all the best. Dear audience, stay with us to complete our episode with Ms. Maria Farrukh Irfan Khan, the Managing Director of this company.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a great pleasure for me to be part of this program.
Well, is there someone whose encouragement made a special impact in your career?
So I think the field of intellectual property is very interesting, and it's very exciting because it's very cutting edge. So it's really at the forefront of any innovation that happens in the world, whether it's a new drug or a new brand or, new things that come out of your ideas or your head, we're at the forefront of that field. So I studied in the UK and the US, and after having done that, I started working in the UAE. So throughout that experience, what has been good for me is to apply a Western education to an Eastern, mindset and an Eastern way of working. And I think that is the best thing that I have gained throughout my career.
And what major challenges did you encounter at the beginning?
So, this goes from my previous reply, because I went to university in Boston where I studied biochemistry, and then I went to Cambridge University where I studied the law, and I became a barrister in England. And things over there are very traditional and set in their ways. And then when I came here and I started working here, the laws were very new for intellectual property. They had only just been started to be practiced. The courts were not that familiar with them. But so initially that was a challenge for me, to come from an established legal tradition to a rather new legal tradition. However, as the years have gone by, I've been working for 16 years now. Dubai has caught on really fast and very quickly, and has adapted to all the new laws and the new way of doing things, to the point that it is now a global leader. So now it's the other way around. It's Dubai which is leading the world, and it's those Western, legal frameworks that are following through. So my father was a big part of support for me. He is a lawyer and a judge, and he's the one who ran the firm before me, and so he's always been very, very helpful. My mother is a doctor, and she also always worked throughout her life. So she has 4 children, but she's always worked. I now have 3 children, so I had a lot of support in my house, that females in our house always work, and they get good education as well. So I always had that support.
And how did your experience practicing in London and New York shape your approach to intellectual property matters in the Middle East and beyond?
I really enjoyed my time in New York and London, because at that time it was the .com revolution, so Google and Facebook and all these new, ways of communicating were coming up. So I feel like I was taught in a very futuristic manner, and I was able to think in a way that envisioned the future, rather than looking at the past. And that really helped me then in Dubai as well, because Dubai was also a new place that was getting set up. They were looking at things from a new point of view. So now when there's crypto coming in, or Bitcoin or AI, and Dubai is drafting new laws for it, I know how to think about it and how to do it, because I was there when they were doing it in the West 10-15 years ago.
Well, Miss, what factors have positioned this company as a trusted legal partner for many Fortune 500 companies in the Middle East, subcontinent, and Africa?
So one of the things is that, a lot of the Fortune 500 companies are in the West. And most of us have Western education. We've studied in the US or the UK. We speak many different languages. Just in this office where you are, we have Filipinos, Egyptians, Dutch, Canadian, all sorts of lawyers, because Dubai is a cosmopolitan place and our office reflects that. So that is a big strength that we have. Another thing for us is loyalty, we don't leave our client for something better. If a competitor comes in and says, I'm going to give you some more money, we stick to the person who we have been with, from the very beginning, even if they were not, paying more or, something like that. But once you are our client, it's like you are our family. We own you, we take care of you, we take care of your interests every day. Like even when I go shopping in the grocery store and I see there's a fake something being sold for my client, I take a picture and I, send it to them. I'm not saying that, just because I can't bill for this work. We're thinking about them 24/7.
So the firm is adapting its strategies to protect the client's intellectual property more effectively.
So the strategy was that, our origins are in Pakistan. And in Pakistan, we are also one of the biggest IP law firms. And so strategically, when Dubai and Saudi Arabia were opening up, we came here, in the 80s, and now these are our biggest, offices. And then the same for further expansion, because we can see that, Africa is the future. A lot of people are investing in it. Actually, a lot of our clients were interested in it. They were interested in Morocco, in Tanzania, in, Algeria, in all of these places. So wherever we felt like our clients felt a need, we set up an office there, because the clients are used to dealing with us. They know the way we work. They know we hire good people. They know we hire lawyers. So why not serve them in more countries rather than a few?
Well, Miss, as the firm continues to expand into new jurisdictions such as Sri Lanka and Djibouti, what strategic considerations guide these expansion decisions?
So, like I said, all of us are lawyers, right? And when you're trained to be a lawyer, the whole idea is to read the law and be able to apply it. So whether that law is coming from Morocco, or it's coming from Sudan, or it's coming from UAE, we have the ability to read it and to apply it. That's number one. Number two, we have a very, very diverse network of lawyers, So we have people from Sudan, from the Yemen, from Egypt, from Saudi Arabia. They're all locals from all of those countries. So they know how law is practiced in those countries. And so because they're on the ground, we are not, looking at a second firm and then asking their opinion. It's us, our own people who are on the ground in those countries. So they're able to then help, in the most comprehensive manner possible.
Well, Ms. Maria, based on your experiences in this vital field, what words of encouragement or guidance you would like to convey through our episode to young professionals aspiring to join this field? What skills and mindset do you believe are essential for success in this industry?
I feel that the more you study, the better it is. So especially in the kind of field that I am in, I'm a lawyer, or if you're a doctor, or if you're an engineer, now we are moving towards a world of extreme skill sets, because anything that is general, AI can do it for you. So if you are a general practitioner, you won't go very far. But if you develop a special skill and you continue to study and you continue to enhance it, then the world is your oyster, So that is one thing that I would say to students.
The UAE has for sure contributed to your success story. So what is your appreciation message you would like to convey through our episode to the UAE and its rulers?
So I would, like to thank from the bottom of my heart all the people involved in running the UAE, starting from the very top, the sheikh, the ministers, everyone, and closer to us, the IP department, the ministers of the economic department. They have always been a great help. They have welcomed us with open arms. We feel like this is our own country. All the people who work for us feel that way. They feel a real sense of loyalty because our hard work is rewarded, and it's rare to find a place where when you work hard, it's rewarded. It doesn't matter what your last name is. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter which race you are. As long as you work hard in Dubai, you are rewarded.
Thank you so much, Ms. Maria, for being a part of our program, and thank you for these inspiring conversations. It was my pleasure talking with you today. Wish you all the best.
Thank you so much. It was my pleasure.
We would like to sincerely thank our distinguished guests for this valuable discussion. We hope this episode has provided you with the new insights and inspiration. Stay tuned for upcoming episodes for more enlightening conversations, and goodbye.